top 5 common causes of yeast infection in women. Yeast infection is a common problem among women. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 common causes of a yeast infection so that you know how to get rid of it for good. Before we start, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications to keep up with our updates. I'm here today to talk about one of the most frustrating issues women have: yeast infections. It's a really tough condition to deal with because there are so many different ways it can happen and be caused by anything from antibiotics, tight clothing, even stress, which makes it hard to treat sometimes. So let me tell you what could cause your next yeast infection and how we can fix it once and for all. Number 1. Poor hygiene. This is the number 1 cause of yeast infections in women. If you don't wash your front bottom properly, or if you don't wash at all, you could be setting yourself up for a yeast infection very easily. What happens is that the bacteria on your skin gets into your front bottom and it mixes with natural fluids to form a really thick white discharge, which mixes with the toilet paper when you go to the bathroom. That's what causes that cottage cheese appearance on your underwear that everyone dreads seeing. Although it may feel really dry, it is actually moist and bacteria will thrive in this environment, which can lead to a yeast infection. Number 2. Tight clothing. Yes, tight clothing can also lead to yeast infections. This is especially the case during the summer months when you want to wear short shorts or revealing skirts or dresses. What happens here is that yeast gets trapped between your skin and the garment, which causes heat and friction, which leads to more sweat being produced. That's why it's best to avoid anything that is super tight around your lady parts, which can cause yeast infections. Number 3. Hormonal changes from pregnancy, birth control pills, or menopause. We've discussed how yeast infections can affect men if they are not taken care of quickly enough, but did you know that women can also get it when there are changes in their hormones? It's really common during pregnancy, after giving birth, or when you start taking the contraceptive pill. This is because your body is producing excess yeast, which means you are more likely to get an infection. Also, women are susceptible to yeast infections after menopause because there is a drop in estrogen levels, which affects the vaginal area. Number 4. Stress and anxiety. We all know that stress can lead to many medical conditions, so it's understandable why you would get a yeast infection when you are extremely stressed out. Stress affects the body in so many ways, which is why it makes sense that your vagina will be affected too. The symptoms of this type of yeast infection are very similar to those listed above, but there's one very special symptom that makes this kind of yeast infection unique. It can affect your face. Yes, stress can lead to tinea versicolor, which is a really common skin condition. But some people may also experience what's known as pityriasis alba, which causes small white patches on the face and neck area. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to treat this type of yeast infection in another video. Number 5. Antibiotics. Antibiotics are known to produce side effects that range from nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and even yeast infections. So if you are about to start taking some antibiotics, make sure you purchase a good probiotic supplement that will help reduce the risk of developing yeast infections. Here's the simple ways to prevent yeast infection. Number 1. Avoid tight clothing because this traps sweat, which can lead to a yeast infection, especially if you are immobile for long periods of time. You could wear cotton underwear or pants that are tighter around your thighs but still loose around the front bottom area. Also, make sure you wear breathable fabrics during the summer months. Number 2. If you've recently given birth, you could try wearing adult diapers because it will help keep your skin dry and prevent any bacteria from entering your vagina. You could also purchase a really good menstrual cup that will collect all the fluids before they reach your underwear, which can lead to a yeast infection. Number 3. Always wipe from front to back when you go to the bathroom, and make sure you always dry yourself off before getting dressed so moisture won't be trapped in any folds of skin. Number 4. Eat plenty of yogurts that contain leaf cultures that will reduce your risk of developing a yeast infection, and avoid foods that contain sugar because yeast feeds off sugar, meaning you'll get more yeast infections. Number 5. If you haven't done so already, start taking a probiotic supplement to reduce your risk of developing yeast infections, because good bacteria will always help fight the bad kind. If you like this video, press the like button and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.